start, great God, let me tell you the news. My head got wet in the midnight dew. I've been down on the
Chased and crazy. Chased and crazy.
When we see John.
Yeah. 1 2. 1 2 1 2. I had a lovely.
Loads better.
Singapore.
3 4. 3 4.
What
3
you
4.
on? You're on that one. Oh yeah, you're on that one. You might need to turn it on. Maybe. No, there's no on and off button for that one. I talk out my arse.
Yeah.
Which happens to be beneath my nose. Go on, say hello on that one.
Hello.
Oh yeah, it is working. Just needs a bit more.
You've got the one that is on and off.
Yes, can we swap? That's why I'm really loud. Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah, I saw it today.
There you go, that's me. Hello. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion. 2 2. 2 2. Yeah, okay. I need less toppy because I'm all nasally. I need a bit more bassy. 2 2. Yeah, cool. Cool. I think Piers is all right. Yeah, man.
I'm always all right, mate.
What is that T-shirt, sir?
When the weather gets better.
Hey, I didn't see that. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Just looking at some skeletons.
It is, and witches.
Well, they have skeleton faces too.
Well, the funny thing is, that becomes which is the Easter egg, kind of a similar thing.
Yeah. I'm ready with a sting. I just, for some reason.
You have to come back to look at the main. And there's no radio station.
Bloody radio station always gets in the way.
Always in the way. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. 1 2 1 2. Thank you.
Have a lovely weekend if we never see you again. Wicked.
You're probably not unknown going.
You feel drifting. You're wafting, darling. Wafting.
Ish. So like
Do you have any other? We'll get through this. Let's just start, and then we'll have 4 minutes and 2 seconds to sort our shit out. Bye, Micah.
Radio. Portobello Radio. Ladbroke Road's finest.
Yes, welcome to the Portobello Radio Show.
Yay!
It's the end of May.
It is last weekend. Wow.
We got a new show here. Camilla.
Yeah,
Camilla Hannay. She's been here twice before. Death Becomes Her. It's quite an eye-catcher.
Yeah, here at the Muse, 269 Portobello Road. Yeah, it's crazy. It's all porcelain work and it's gorgeous, and we'll have a chat about it later because it's proper nuts.
Beautifully crafted.
There you go. That's Stephen Howie on the mic.
Beautifully crafted.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Very, very beautifully. If you know anything about firing porcelain or anything like that, or whatever it is, clay, blah, I don't know. That kind of work.
The shades
then
of Salvador Dali behind Piers.
Don't come in with a rucksack is all I would say,
Yeah,
because
mate,
it is
it's
very delicate.
Very delicate.
We also have Iona with us in the room.
Hello.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
Some of us have been away. I've just been on a Scottish island with no internet. What
Wow.
a joy.
What a joy indeed.
You
A
should
bit of-
try that,
Bit
mate.
of a digital detox. Yeah, I'd like to see how you cope if I did. That's Piers Thompson. I'm Greg Weir. Welcome to the Portobello Radio Show, live and direct from the Portobello Market this fine weekend.
Yeah, and here's a band we've been championing this year. I think they played at the Jazz Cafe last night.
Ooh.
The Ezra Collective.
Oh, that lot again. Blimey, we love them. Yeah. There it is.
Baby, let's get right into it. Tell me all your problems. I think we could solve them. You watching my body language. How I dance like go-go. Hips move from fast to slow. Got your own private show. Baby, let's get right into it. Tell me all your problems. I think we could solve them. You watching my body language. How I dance like go-go.
That's the Ezra Collective.
Nice.
Featuring Sasha Keeble, and that is Body Language.
Yeah, man.
That is definitely verging on jazz funk.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know, is it verging on jazz? I don't know. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, good tune. Very, very good tune indeed.
Fantastic. South London's finest. And, of course, the Kia would normally be here on the final Friday of the month.
Yeah.
But she's in South London, you say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So we're lucky to have with us the eclectic goddess.
Actually, she's going to come in. Just briefly to tell us a little bit, give us the lowdown on City Splash.
Oh, good.
There was
good,
no
good.
mud. I sent her out in a big pair of my old boots, thinking it was going to be covered in mud, and it was fine.
Was that one of the Was that one of the shows in Brixton last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brockwell Park.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a festival a Saturday and a Sunday.
And a Sunday, exactly. Cross the tracks on Saturday, City Splash on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think have they got something this
Hill.
weekend as well?
It might
Bottom
do.
of Hone Hill, where I used to live.
No.
Brockwell Park.
You used to live everywhere, didn't you?
Yeah.
No.
Funnily enough, the residents down there are quite kicking off about the number of times that Brockwell Park is used for festivals.
We did have this conversation a couple of
Yeah, it's a boring
weeks ago,
conversation.
yeah.
They need to F off.
Well, no.
How
That's
would you
naughty.
feel if,
That's
Marks
naughty.
Park had a whole load of
I
people
wouldn't mind.
trample on the
I
grass?
wouldn't mind. I think it's great to have festivals in the summer. Remember Claudia Jones, a people's art is the genesis of their freedom. I'm all for music and art, and if it happens in the summer, we don't have great weather in this country. Let the people enjoy it, and then, as long as the council make provision to like you say, to make sure the grass is safe, and obviously to make sure there's stewards there and security, so people obviously aren't affected in terms of
Peeing in the bushes, you mean?
Well, peeing in the bushes, I'm thinking more about people's houses getting broken into.
Right.
Not that people that go to the festival would do such a thing, but of course they could use that time, crime.
You can pee in the pool.
There you go. They can pee. All the kids do it, don't they? So yeah.
And there's a Lido in Brockwell Park. You can pee in the pool. That's what you just said.
Yeah, but
Brilliant,
I just think
absolutely.
I'm just tired of people moaning and complaining
Brockwell
about music
Park,
and events.
Clapham Common, they are common land, and they are for the common peoples. So I think.
And I
that's
think the people
biggest
attending are the
bonus.
common people.
They are, but they're having to pay to get in.
Okay, the one thing I would agree with, it would be much better if it was free.
Absolutely.
I would definitely make it
goes
even
back to
more,
that.
yeah. I mean, I do think I would never pay to go to City Splash. Hell no, it's about 60 to
That was
80 pounds a
Cosmic Girl
ticket.
giving us a wave.
Oh, she's mental, and she's been past a few times. She's great, absolutely cracking. She
So
came
yeah, let's have more free events.
free
More
events,
free
in
events.
on our common land.
On our
Like-
common land.
Yeah.
Like our beloved carnival.
Yay.
Indeed, free.
Free for the people. You know that. You know that. Wonderful. So yeah, that Zaki is going to come in later on. She's going to tell us what happened last weekend down in South London.
Sad.
We've got events coming up next weekend, mainly in this area. Namely the Exhibition Road Festival.
right.
Yeah, and we've got lots of other bits and bobs
That's in
going
South
on.
Kent.
That is in South
We've
Kent.
got
It's in Kent,
lots.
isn't
We've
it?
got loads of guests coming on the show.
We have. We've got a little bit of possibly a review of the photographic exhibition up there at the Tabernacle.
Well, Sam is coming in. Sam Shervington, the community
He's one of the
photographer.
photographers, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
He's down there.
Have either of you managed to see it?
No, haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to popping in this evening.
You might
you go.
recognise someone from Portobello Radio on there and not me. Because I'm obviously not somebody.
Has
with a
anybody
problem.
tagged it wanker yet?
No, it's not the sort of person that would get tagged wanker.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. It's not Piers then.
Masturbate.
Master Bates, I remember
there
him.
you go.
On with the show.
On with the show. Neville Hyde in the house. Hey.
Surveilled, dumbed down, curtailed, screen grabbed, downranked, untagged, debanked. Nothing to hide, nothing to fear, no one to censor, no one to smear. The revolution's been authorized, the future privatized, the consensus created, reality curated. Every place you thought you belonged, everything you thought you knew is wrong. Left is right, black is white, inside out, hope is down. stands on the gallows, lies sit on the throne. Something in the shadows communicates by code. The unthinkable is now thinkable. The poison, it's drinkable. So get with the program, get in sync. You better self-censor for wrong think.
That one's for you, Isis. That is the with cognitive dissonance.
Are you trying to say I've got cognitive dissonance?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's
I think
a big word.
I'm proper cognitive, mate.
Are you?
Proper cognitive.
I wondered what that was.
Proper cognitive.
I've got some
mate.
cream for that.
I would have thought a cognitive dissident was a knowing rebel, but... right, so we have got some guests coming in today. We've got Sam coming in from the community photography exhibition down there at the Tabernacle. Hopefully, we've also got David Stevenson, whose show has just opened at the Irish Cultural Centre. He's a recipient of the National Gallery of Ireland Portrait Prize 2023. And it's a fantastic exhibition, so we look forward to talking to him about that. And then I think Stephen Howie has just been over to get hold of Valentine Reinhardt, who's got a show at JM called Arcane, which is pretty groovy. It's kind of...
And I have to say, I'm absolutely loving the artwork. Death Becomes Her seems to be... I don't know if that's the name of the exhibition or whether it's just that particular piece behind
It's
Piers.
the name of the whole exhibition.
Absolutely gorgeous. Whoever the artist is, like it.
Well, Camilla Haney, she's been on the show a couple of times. She was a Muse resident here in 2021. And I think this is her second or third show as an artist in her own right rather than as a resident.
Yes, because I remember the pills. Last time she did it,
And
she
the
made a whole
hoods.
collection of,
Yeah, man. Yeah, pills, hands. I think the knickers have turned up before.
I hope the knickers are clean. That's all I'm saying.
I don't really mind.
You like
Sam.
a pair of smelly knickers, do you?
Well, if they're made of porcelain, then yeah, man. Why not? Why not?
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sam's just here. We're going to put him in the chair in a minute. We'll have time for another new song, Heaven by The Vision.
Oh, I like it. Real good name.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. What a tune. That was good,
that's
man.
Heaven by the Vision.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to get myself a copy, probably from you.
Yeah, almost certainly from me.
Brilliant.
We're delighted to welcome to the Muse our very first guest, Sam
Woo.
Shervington. Sam, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
You're here because you are part of a new exhibition that slightly last minute, but it's been on all this week. It's on till tomorrow. It's at the Tabernacle. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the exhibition's called Echoes of Us. It's a photography gallery based on community, it's everyday people. You know, we want to portray people that you see every day, people who have stories, what are very rarely heard, you know, and just get people out there, get people seen.
And so this came out of the series of photographs you started taking over the last couple of years. I know you had an Instagram page with all these amazing photos of people we know. Some are sitting right here.
Yeah. So the gallery was planned from a long time ago.
I remember you mentioned that you were going to do an exhibition.
Yeah, but it's nice to kind of just put in the work and this, you know, instead of talking about things, getting them done, you know, and it was just about this, getting it down, getting everything archived, getting it done, you know, and it's been up and running. We're going to be doing more in time to come, hopefully, you know, new faces, new people, different galleries in the area, and just hope, that it unites people and, you know, allows people to see a different side of the area, you know.
Who are the photographers involved?
So Nikki, Sion and Alana, myself, we're all local photographers, we're all born and bred in the area, and yeah, we pretty much brought our work together underneath a new organisation which is going to be soon to become a CIC called PAFI. And PAFI is intended to kind of, as our umbrella organisation, to allow people with any kind of talents in the area to not just show their work, but if people need a photographer or
so commissioning stuff as well.
Pretty much, yeah. And they can just get hold of PAFI, and it just makes it easier. It keeps it internal, keeps everybody in work, and at the same time it portrays the good side of the area, what we can do, what we've done, and the history as well. So,
because of course it's one thing to be able to take a great picture, it's another thing to be able to take a picture to a brief and to deal with clients, because that's not, you know, they're not all great clients, are they?
No,
sometimes
no.
they can be tricky.
No, and it's part of parcel, you know, it's a passion for what you do, you know, whether you're an artist or a photographer or whatever industry you may be in, it's a passion. So it's, you know, sometimes it just benefits people in the long run than this focusing on certain areas, yeah. So, yeah.
So most of the people in your photographs are from North Kensington area, like, or Kensington and Chelsea, shall we say?
Yeah.
But the north rather than the south. You haven't kind of done many things down there.
No, well, that's not. You know, it's
not local.
It's not. And it's not my home. You know,
yeah.
It's not my home. You know, I was always taught. You know, even with charity and community, you know, you build your foundations first. You know, you make sure that your foundations are strong, and the foundations are North Ken, bits of Westminster, but it's
so
this
you
area.
you do cross the Harrow Road.
Not really, you know, I'll be honest with you, but I know a lot of guys on Harrow Road as well, so I have reached out to a few of them and said, look, you know, I will be coming around at some point, and if it's all right, you know, so yeah, it's, you know, I had Basil in there, Basil was up there,
I've
so,
seen
you
Basil,
know, there's
I've
a
seen
couple of the
Basil
older
in there.
boys there, yeah. But yeah, as time goes on, now people have seen it as well. I think people will be much more open and realise I'm not just here to kind of take photos and.
But what was
you
the
know,
reaction? I know we never objected to being photographed by you, but did you always have like people like being engaging in that, or do you ever have people saying like, "Why are you taking my photo?"
Yeah, 95% of the time, because I knew people, so you know they knew it was coming from a good place. But yeah, you do a couple of occasions get people who don't want to be seen, or they just come from that kind of, you know, the back in the day kind of, you know.
Beds.
But yeah, what you doing with my picture? And it's not even that. It's, you know, it's just about, you know, trying to unite people than separate and divide people.
I mean, what I really like about your pictures is the way you take people that many of us see on the street every day, and there's something about your, I don't know whether it's your composition or your lighting, you make everyone look kind of heroic and the best they can be, which is Is that kind of the whole point of the exhibition, isn't it?
I suppose so, but it's how I see people, you know, and it's as simple as that. It's, you know, when I see people, it's, you know, I don't have hate towards people or upset towards people, you know, I greet everyone the same, and then I just try to use the camera to portray that. It's not, you know, it's not, I'm not...
So the camera is almost your eyes.
The camera's, yeah, exactly that,
so
for me.
from what Piers is saying,
you know,
the way you present people.
Yeah, and the other photographers, Nicky has his own style, Sian's got an amazing style, Lana's got an amazing style, you know, and they catch things that I couldn't catch, where I look at it and I'm just like, wow, you know, but all of us see the world in a different place, but we're all born and bred here and we all have the experience. You know, but it comes together. You know, a lot of people thought the exhibition wouldn't work because you had black and white on one side, you had colour on the other side. You got a variety of different size photos with, you know, and most exhibitions you go in, you'll never see that, you know.
I liked it.
But it's come,
it's got
you
that
know,
eclectic energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we create our own stuff as well. We're not looking to copy other people's, you know. We're from Ladbroke Grove, you know. We are here, you know. This is our life or experience. So we create our own stuff. We don't need to. People come here to see us, you know, from all over the world. So, you know, we just use
They're
that.
out there right now.
They're right. Yeah, people travel from everywhere.
We've
you
got
know?
Carnival coming up in a couple of months. Do you think you might be out, like, doing anything apart from raving, obviously? But do you think you might take your camera anywhere?
Probably, yeah. Probably morning times I prefer. You know, people setting up. You know, we can kind of get the life. I'm not really involved in the crowds and the party scene anymore. I'm a bit old for that now. But it's, yeah, the morning time, seeing people put the stalls together early in the morning, setting the food up, that kind of stuff I'll catch, because that's where you see the hard
actually
work.
Exactly. That's
you know?
really, that's a good perspective. Yeah.
So there's times and places where where you kind of capitalize on.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to come down and watch Gregsy and me staggering up the stairs with the speakers. And
Well, where are you guys doing it here?
No, we do it in Powers Gardens.
Oh, well, that's even better. Yeah. So I'll be there.
Round the corner
I'll
from
be
the
there.
tab. Yeah.
I'll come in the morning and come and catch you guys. That would be.
Yeah, they want everybody to see them as hard workers. You see.
Yeah.
Don't they just sit around chilling out in the on the Muse on a Friday and work really hard.
So what's the future for Echoes of Us? Is that, I mean, you mentioned Paffy, and you mentioned Paffy going to formalise and become a kind of agency as well as being a creative hub. Is Echoes of Us, is that the...
So Echoes of Us was a title we just gave to this gallery. Whether or not we keep it is up for discussion. We have to sit down and discuss it. We haven't really planned for anything large in the future. Right now, once again, it's about the foundations, you know, including people, and seeing where it goes from there.
So you haven't approached the Saatchi Gallery or anywhere like that?
No,
and said,
I'm not really.
You guys need some people from the north.
No, you know, I'm not. You know, and I don't think any of the guys that we're working with are like that. Once again, it's like we're blessed to have. You know, we come from a community with a lot of history and a lot of diversity. You know, covered music and art and so on, and people come here. So, you know, it's not. We're not trying to copy, or we're not trying to promote, or trying to reach out to these places saying, "Oh,
so
you know, take our stuff."
Here?
You come here, yeah.
I
you want to, you come here. You come and see our stuff here. This is where it is. You know, for us, it's not about money. It's about, you know, the love for what we have. You know, so.
And we have some great galleries around here. We're in the Muse now.
Yeah.
We've got JM down the road. You've got Morley College has now got a really great gallery that Sion was in, actually, with the other four gentlemen. Sam, it's brilliant the work you do.
Thank you so much.
And what I do, just coming back to what you were asking about, whether people, you know, how people react to it. I mean, the 2 or 3 times you've taken a picture of me, even though we know each other quite, you've asked, which must...
I always ask.
No, yeah.
I always ask, you know, not unless I see something, you know, where it's not worth me asking because it's in the moment. You know, some of the photos I saw up there, I don't know if you've seen the one with the girls just outside drinking, outside Power Square, playing their music. Like, I didn't want to distract them, you know, so sometimes it's like, I got the photo, they're laughing because they know they don't like photos being taken, but they see it now and they realize, you know, the idea behind it. But, you know, it's all of us. It's not just my photos, Nicky's photos, Cian's photos, Alana's photos, and there's other photographers in the area. You know, it all complements each other, you know, so it's about working together and uniting, you know, as we go on, then separating and everybody be an individual. You know, it doesn't, you know, you can be the best photographer in the world, you know, but without people around you, without support around you, without love, you're just taking pictures, you know. But we've got that, you know, we've got all of that, and we've got the respect and the love for each other. So
your inspiration, your motivation really comes from being like proper grassroots in the
of
community.
course.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking to come out of that, you know. I'm not looking to come out of that, you know. I'm not looking to, you know, climb the ladder into the photography world of whatever they may be. You know, I'm not interested in that. This is my home. This is my love. This is my passion. You know, and it's the same for the other guys. So yeah, we'll show you our work, but our work is going to be this area. So.
And you were saying earlier, and I know you've told me this before, that your like academic background is in archaeology.
Yeah.
Is there any connection at all between sort of like, obviously, you know, archaeologists going to various sites around the world, seeing whatever structures are there, and I imagine you must take photos as well. But is there a difference for you in taking photos of your people as opposed to a thing?
I wouldn't say so. I done a degree in ancient history and archaeology, but history has always been my passion. Archaeology's a way of expressing it, to touch it, to, you know.
I wish I'd have done history, actually.
You know, and it's amazing because it works in a sense that, you know, a large part of ancient history and archaeology is anthropology. You're trying to work out who people are, why they act the way they do, why they wear what they wear, why they hold, you know. So you can kind of paint a picture using that, and especially in photography, you know, you can understand. So when you're explaining something to someone, you can use that, what you've learned, what you know about people, and civilizations don't change.
Like an evolutionary process, almost.
To a certain extent, yeah, but you know, people don't change. You know, culture changes, clothes changes, technology change, but people don't change. You know, people are always going to be people, because even when we have our children, we pass on something of us into them. You know, they might make their own choice and make their own mistakes, but it's continuous. You know, and once you kind of got an idea of how to use it, then, you know, you can use it in many ways. People use it as artists. Actors use it through acting. So it's many different types, but it's all based on an idea and understanding of how that person is, that character, that individual, and then you can portray that in whatever way you want.
Your perspective on, as you said, ancient history and archaeology really has fed into how you compose and how you see the images. Based on what you
I
just
think
said.
so now. I think so now. Now you've mentioned it, it's kind of like, okay, maybe it is. But yeah, it's just something that I love to do. I just have a passion for it, and a long time I was looking for a hobby. I was looking for something that I was interested in, instead of just working all the time and community work and constant, you know, being stuck in that kind of cycle of, you know, what is there for me, you know, that it gave me life and it gave me a purpose. And I'm sure the other photographers as well could say this as well, that it gives you a purpose and a meaning to your life as well as helping other people. So it's a kind of two-in-one. You know, so it works well with everyone, you know, and you get some fulfillment from it.
Julia's in the house.
Tomlin in the house.
Sam,
I hope you keep taking photos,
it's
man.
It's a great show.
Beautiful.
It's a great collective. It's on till tomorrow, Saturday, at the Tabernacle. Is that till 6 or till 11?
It's on until closing time, yeah. It's on until closing time.
So get on down there. If there are, I mean, a lot of people listen to us abroad. How can people follow it on the internet?
So there's 2 Instagram pages. Paffy we're going to be working on. We are Paffy.
That's spelled
Paphy.
Yep.
We are Paffy. That will be soon promoting a lot of this stuff. And then there's SS Community Photography, which is a personal one of mine for now, until we can kind of amalgamate it into one, let's say.
Great.
And, and the other guys they have their own Instagrams as well. So, but you can find them on Paffy. So
yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Sam.
Thank you.
What's on at the tab tonight? Does anyone know?
I'm not sure, but next week will be the first Friday of the month.
Yeah,
so if you are around, come down. I have the camera, and
you could be in echoes of us too.
Give me a chance to get you.
Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Much appreciated.
Thank you, Sam.
Yay.
Brilliant.
Community photography. Yeah, that is The Sweet Stuff by Sylvia. And Sam's work really is the sweet stuff. Is the underscore a bit loud?
Nah, not at all.
We're delighted to welcome our next guest to the studio, to the gallery. We need to give you a microphone.
Okay. Hey.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yay! And it works. It's a miracle. David Stevenson, welcome to the Muse.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Chris.
David, you have opened a show last night, in fact, at the Irish Cultural Centre.
The wonderful Irish Cultural
The
Centre.
wonderful
Yeah,
Irish
well
Cultural
said.
Centre.
Absolutely. I mean, I went in there for the first time last November, and it was like coming home. It's just such a beautiful atmosphere, you know. I mean, I'd exhibit a lot in galleries in Ireland. Sometimes there's a kind of a little bit of an attitude. I better not mention any name, but it was just lovely to go in there, and there's a lovely kind of non-judgment kind of attitude. And Rosalind, what a star Rosalind did. So, so they gave me an exhibition,
Brilliant.
which was as a result. A couple of years ago, I won the National Portrait Prize in the National Gallery of Ireland.
Wow.
So that was really cool.
That's a great accolade.
It was probably the highlight of my artistic career.
Yeah.
It was
man.
It was a photograph that I took in Wexford, a town in Ireland. Kind of a random photograph. And I speak quite a lot about how I arrive at a photograph, or normally it's through projects, but the random street photography can produce moments of magic as well.
Of course.
So it was a couple in a window, and there was just something about the juxtaposition. It was like a little theatre piece, and so it won that prize. And I'm going to ramble on a little bit, if that's okay.
We do ramble.
So the National Gallery of Ireland means a lot to me. Both my parents were artists, and my father died when he was quite young, which had quite an effect on all of our lives. So it was my mum and my two sisters, and in 1960s Ireland, being a widow with 3 children under the age of 4, it was a tough one, But so on the evening of the ceremony, there was a big crowd in the National Gallery, and I told the story. I had to make a speech, and I told the story of how I ended my school career, and by sailing past the school on the number 7 bus, looking back and saying, I don't appear to be going in today. And that was the end of my school career. And I ended up in the National Gallery for 3 months, and I never told anybody. And I said at the speech that it was the beginning of my real education. I was terrible. As a 17-year-old, I used to steal books and go in there like Dostoevsky and Camus and all these people, and it kind of was like where I started my education in visual storytelling, if you like, So in a roundabout way, that's.
So you were a successful truant.
I love a successful truant. Thank you.
I was an unsuccessful one.
I'll say you were unsuccessful one. Well, no.
But, I mean, you're definitely successful if you're reading stuff like Camus at the age of 17.
But when you're 17 and 18, you want to try all those things, and you identify with like the sense of being an outsider and everything.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I still have that Crime and Punishment book that I stole when I was 17. And that's a while ago.
You still got the library stamp on the inside page.
No. So look, last night was a lovely evening, really lovely evening.
And is it the first time you've exhibited in the UK?
It is the first time I
say the UK, England.
It is the first time, and it's the first time in London as well. And again, that was a lovely evening when I won the Portrait Prize, because there was a sense of a circle being completed, which is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. So when you close one circle, you can start another one.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? First show in London. I used to live in London a long time ago. In the 80s, in my early 20s, lived in Soho and ran a coffee shop.
Oh, good. I wondered what he was going to say there.
Yeah, in the corner of Wardour Street, Wardour Street and Brewer Street. And,
good.
It was the 80s, and coming from kind of Catholic Ireland and a grey Catholic Ireland, Soho was such a magical place to be.
It was a magical place. I mean, I was living in Osterley, and that's England, and I used to, in the 80s, I used to love to go to Soho.
Yeah, and
it was a cool place.
It was also the time of the GLC and free education and everything. I mean, it was a powerful time to be. Yeah, so I was 22, and funny story actually. In our coffee shop, and we just do coffee and sandwiches and whatever. People. I think we started at 7 in the morning, and it was right across from Mark Almond's flat. And we used
The
to get
soft sell of Mark Almond.
Yeah, exactly. We used to get the Mark Almond fan club sitting in the window of our.
Watching his
but they
back.
never bought any coffee, so we actually had to ask them to leave. So coming to the Irish Cultural Centre last night and having that evening, again, a kind of a circle being
They were
completed.
good
So it was
days,
lovely.
the 80s.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Without being kind of sentimental or whatever, it's a very very different time in London, and it was a healthy.
But also, you
kind of
could
time.
work in a coffee shop and afford rent. That's the thing.
That's right.
But you couldn't. I don't know how you do that now. but
Yeah,
you
well,
can,
wouldn't be able
it
to.
would
You
be the
wouldn't be
same
able
in
to.
Ireland as well.
right.
I mean, a lot of people are living at home with their folks because they can't afford. So yeah,
Your show is called Portraits, 1993 to 2025.
Sure.
Are those random dates?
No, they're not really. I say in my talk last night, I mean, I grew up in a house of art with my parents and everything like that, and I told that story about going to the National Gallery when I was a teenager and everything. And I spent a few years on the road, and I worked for a while as with a fashion photographer as an assistant. I didn't really like it. I just found it quite boring, to be honest with you. But I did learn the trade of printing in a darkroom. So I let that go, and I continued my travels, and I like to think of it as preparing for being an artist, if you like, So, in my 30s, in my early 30s, I came back, and I really started, in the early 90s, which is why 1993 to 2025. So, yeah, exactly. So,
So it's a wide span. I mean, I'm just looking at a gallery on the internet called, I think, So Fine Art Editions.
You got me.
It's got a lot of your work there.
Yeah.
A lot of it is people-based.
To me, that's the highest form of.
A lot of abstract stuff as well.
Yeah, there is some, but
on this one anyway.
I mean, some of those images are in the Irish Cultural Centre. Some of them aren't. But it is portraiture that excites me the most, and just the human face. I spoke last night about some of the influences, Robert Frank and Eugene Richards, and I love the idea of intimacy in a portrait. Where there's a look in a portrait that has been going down, through hundreds of years of painting and into photography, and it's just a particular human look, if you like, or stare, which excites me. It really does, and you can see it anywhere, So I'm not like a studio photographer. I like being out.
Well, the
in the world.
previous guest is also a photographer. He's got an exhibition at the Tabernacle around the corner. It's all local people, and we were just having a conversation about that. And one of the things that was it you that asked permission? Whether you asked permission to take a photo, because you mentioned the couple in Wexford.
Sure.
So is it? Because he said sometimes you just have to catch it, and you don't have time to ask permission.
Absolutely, no, there's no question. And so basically, if you asked for permission, every time, for instance, Robert Frank's book, The Americans, which is a seminal book of photography, it wouldn't exist, basically, So it is a very important function of being an artist. It's just looking at the world, because what it is, it's like the human flow. It's freezing a moment in the human flow, So
You
in
need
answer
some
to your question.
So interesting.
But having said that, I also love the idea of making a portrait of somebody where it's not quite a collaboration, but it's a tacit agreement, if you like, So that's exciting too. So it's both. Yeah.
Because my first job was working in a second-hand bookstore.
Okay, yeah.
But the person who owned it was a photographer.
Yeah.
She used to do a lot of photographs of rock stars and stuff back in the day for the NME.
Yeah.
And she taught me how to develop photos and about.
So you're a photographer?
No.
That
was just my job.
Like that. But you knew how to develop pictures and everything.
Yeah, but I was just a kid doing that.
That's serious. The darkroom is magic, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I never really used it. But the point was, Penny was very clear. She believed in the right of a photographer just to take pictures. She had this whole thing. She just I mean, I suppose if you were standing in the where would it be, like the marquee or something back in the day, and photographing somebody on stage, you're not going to ask permission. Obviously, you're in there as a photographer.
No, sure.
But I remember having this conversation. She was really against the idea of asking permission. She just felt that there should be a freeness of the photographer to just photograph. You know, like it's like your eyes. You know, you're just whatever you're seeing.
Well, I mean, I would agree with her. You know, I don't think you need to be. I don't know, like bullshit. I mean, there's a photographer called Bruce Gilden, an American photographer, and like I mean, he just comes right up to you and puts a flash into your face and everything. That wouldn't be for me, you know, it really wouldn't. And he would have the same kind of thing. So, look, people are different. You know, different photographers are different. Different artists are different. They approach their work in different ways. But I mean, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Interesting.
Sure.
The show's on for 6 months.
It's on for
4
until
months, 29th September.
the 3 months. It's until the 19th of September.
Yeah.
And
what's your background in Ireland? You're from Dublin?
I'm from Dublin. Yeah. I've lived in lots of different places, and you know, sort of traveled the world, and you know, I've been lucky with this work as a photographer that I've been commissioned to work in a lot of Central American countries and a lot of African countries, and Kosovo as well. Some of the images that are in the show there are from Central America, El Salvador and Honduras. And I mean, I said last night, like I've kind of a little bit mixed feelings sometimes about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it again, because my feeling is, you know, why are they flying a photographer for, you know, 10,000 miles across the ocean when they could find a local photographer who knows their. But having said that, I've had remarkable experiences, and like it's been a privilege to witness what I've witnessed in places like El Salvador and Kosovo and Rwanda, which was hard. That was that was only 3.5 years after the genocide. So to go into the massacre sites, and you know, you feel that when you do that, you have a duty. You know, you know, as a witness, you know, to bring this or document this evidence, whether it does any difference or not. Looking at the world at the moment, So,
well, actually, I mean, a lot of the journalists and photographers who go out into these situations are the ones who bring the messages back.
Well, sure.
I mean, look, like you mentioned what's going on. I mean, in Palestine, they're killing journalists, they're killing photographers because they're witnessing and they're sending the information back to people.
I know, and it's kind of unprecedented as well. I mean, it's just. So I mean, there is a role. There's no question.
There's two sides.
But there's no. I mean, I was never a war photographer, you know, but I was in Kosovo after the liberation of Kosovo, after the Serbian paramilitaries had been there, and I saw some hard stuff, you know, I really did. And there's one picture of a young boy sitting outside the ruins of his home, and just the haunted look in his face. I mean, it could have been taken in Ukraine yesterday or Gaza. You know, today, it's just like the face of war never changes, you know. So, but I was never a war photographer. I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not sure whether I'd have the courage to go deeply into a war situation. Yeah, I mean, I'm being honest about that, you know.
So you've been to a number of places then, just after a war.
Yeah.
Are they all the same in a funny sort of way, or are they different?
Oh, well, do you know the funny thing about what I loved about you know, going in with people returning to their homes in Kosovo, for instance, was people would just get on with it. Like I remember walking down the street and the windows were broken in a barber shop, and he was picking up the chair, you know, and kind of, you know, ready for business. You know, coffee shops were opening, and that was just immediately like, what else can you do other than continue living? You know, so that's what happens in places that are liberated after a war. Yeah, absolutely. It's the human spirit. I mean, it's, you know,
that's interesting again, because you think about what Sam just said. That he's got a background in ancient history and archaeology. Sure. He's a photographer, and he said, people are people.
Absolutely.
So people who've just been through war, like you mentioned the child with the expression, I imagine there's something that you're going to find in any space that's going to reflect human suffering or human resilience or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, like you come back after your country's been liberated and it's all happy and roses. I mean, you know, there's massive trauma, obviously, you know. that would last a lifetime, probably.
More than a lifetime,
yeah,
actually.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a generational kind of, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming in to see us, David.
Great
What
to be here.
What are you working on now? What's your next stuff?
Part of the winning the portrait prize was I was commissioned to do a portrait of someone. So it's a well-known Irish actor. I actually can't say who it is because the unveiling hasn't happened.
Right.
But he's happy with it. I'm happy with it, and the National Gallery are happy with it. So that's good.
So that was a studio picture, was it?
No. I don't really. I
don't know how to work
as
the
much
lights.
as I can. I like to photograph people in their homes. It's because it adds to the story.
Right.
Now I'm wanting
them.
to know which Irish actor.
No,
is
exactly.
it?
I was going to
Like,
keep you
you know.
guessing. Don't say a word because I'd be in trouble. And also, I have an exhibition next year in the Butler Gallery, one of the best galleries in the country in Kilkenny. And it's a project I've been working on for quite a long time. And it's a collaboration with a writer, Mark Grenier. So, yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
So if we're in Ireland, there's a lot to see of you, basically.
Well, I hope
and if
so,
we're
yeah.
here, get to the Irish
And
Cultural Centre.
you're most welcome. And look, I do want to say about the Irish Cultural Centre, and Rosalind is over there, and Shay as well. Thank you, by the way. You know, it's a privilege to be there, and it's a privilege to be back in London in that way, you know. So I'm just going to, there is a gig tonight, Irla O'Linard, and guests. Yeah, guests, for 3 different guests, starting tonight. He is remarkable singer, absolutely remarkable. Shan knows singer? Yeah. So, yeah.
Lovely, and that's down at the Irish Cultural Centre in Hammersmith.
It is, it's on
Road,
this evening and for the next 3 nights.
So that's Friday what is the date today?
Well, exactly, good. I have no idea.
It's the 30th today.
Friday the 30th of May in 2025.
Yes, and
Brilliant.
for the next 3 nights as
and
well.
for the next 3 nights. So
and my exhibition will be on there until the 19th of September, and all the images are for sale, and they're for sale at a very good price as well.
They always are down at the ICC. Everything's very reasonable.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
reasonable.
I like it. I like the idea of people, you know, owning my work.
It makes it more accessible.
Well, that would be my view on it, Greg. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So,
Beautiful.
And David, have you got an Instagram or a website?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's David Stevenson Photography. Is it like underscore? And yeah, I mean, I do social media and everything.
With a V or a
social
PH.
media, a bit of a pain in the ass or whatever. But anyway, it has to be done. So yeah.
And that's Stevenson PH rather than
PH. Yeah. So look.
Brilliant.
Great, and thank you. It's been lovely to talk.
It's been a real pleasure. Real pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. And thank you.
Well, yes, indeed.
Thank you.
And
thanks a lot. It's great. Yeah, I'm going to
Absolutely.
go. I think I'm going to go to bed now. I'm
No.
quite hungover from last night.
I was going to say, get yourself a Guinness.
you should
you'll be
definitely
all right.
pop into the Tabernacle because the Guinness,
right.
is, the
You
Guinness
mean
is
for,
good.
And you'll see the
for
photographs.
a cure.
Visit.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay, look, thank you
And
very
if
much.
you want to hear more
Brilliant.
about David's work, you want to tune in next
Yeah.
Thursday to Bright Side of the Road, where Franco Chen, our very own Franco, will be reviewing your work. So I'm sure you'll be tuning in from Dublin.
Indeed.
See, I'm sure Franco's got a very good eye.
And that is Bright Side of the Road on Portobello Radio on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So keep it locked for that one. If you miss it on Thursday, we're going to repeat it next Sunday as well. It's going to be brilliant. Absolutely superb. Dave, you've got to come back and tell us more when you've got more to tell us about. You know, next time you're in jolly old Smoke London, then do please pop in. You're amazing. You're amazing. Wicked. Poor thing. Wicked.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you,
too.
David.
Thank you,
Thank
David,
you
for popping
so
in.
much.
Yeah, man. Wicked. Absolutely wicked.
I was doing that. Can I give you a...
Oh, be really careful behind you of that thing.
thank you. Great.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Shay. We'll see you next Wednesday when we're recording. Last weekend in Brockwell Park, we've already mentioned it, there were 2 big festivals. Is Zakia, is she?
Yeah, she'll be back, but put a track on.
I'm going to play the headline act from the Wide Awake Festival with because I'm afraid we are. My daughter was at the gig where the guy said picked up the Hamas flag. One of Kneecap has been charged with terrorism offences for picking up the flag.
In fact, I've actually got. What are you playing? Kneecap.
was going to play Get Your Brits Out.
Yeah.
I was about to play that. That was the actual track I was going to
There you
play.
go.
Yes.
There you
I was
go.
synced up. I literally had that lined up.
Love
Yeah.
it. Brilliant.
Love
Anyway,
it when we
brilliant.
sync up on Portobello Radio.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Love it. Love it. Love it. Brilliant. Absolutely superb.
We are right behind you, Kneecap, all the way.
I can't believe that. I was
Yeah.
literally going to play that same song.
Guess who's back on the news? It's your favourite Republican hoods. It's your fella with the nigger shoes, 2 chains, 2 birds, and we know what's good. Guess who's back to abuse every solvent that I choose? 2 blues and a pint of stout, and never you man, never smells like trout fuck. Tosh K, chat to me, yeah, yak, Stalford, Douglas, and there you pay. Gakla, even weed in my hat, go back to Dublin if you want the rapping edged. I'm gonna say this once, you's gonna stay, just don't be constant. Don't be running around like silly old towns, just take these jokes, I'ma go for a dance. Go for a dance. Go for a dance. Go for a dance. Go for a dance.
D&D-UP harassing me, but never all on the yokes, and it's starting to be a good night out. They forgot all about the time that I said something like Brett's out. Arlene's throwing shapes, half a yoke nearly killed her. Jeffrey Donaldson's lost all his filters. Shaw ditch mate, take 2 sticks. He got me in a headlock and give me a kiss, and I crack. East Alford's having the crack, showing everyone his old tattoo on his back. Arlene said relax or you'll get sacked. Or make toga buggy, things get weird when you're whack. Brett's out for the night, then we landed in Thompson's. 2 Donaldson to double drop to see what happens. Sammy wasn't getting up back at the door, and now he's out the front in bad form. Skoit na he and your yokes la he, and it's the mulla de fiha, creek niha. These are sweet, they're sweeties. I'm eating them like sweeties. Malamore, cooler bottles, August Malaminis.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Shaking shack and things are getting crusty. Arlene or McClay and she's getting touchy. Must be just McGall or the youth, cause she whispered in my ear. I like the beat choked in a boom right into her face, cause the room was spinning all over the place. I couldn't stand, couldn't sit, but I kept her written. And my best mate is a distinguished Brit.
We're at the afters and it's a disaster. Concert talking politics, there's a lack of laughter. Sky getting out on the sofa, Arlene's chin. Parlo off her head, she believes she sinned. Donaldson has started with his homophobic chat, so everyone has started on him, that's enough of that. Stalford's licking coke off a plate. You've got issues, mate. You've got issues, mate. Issues, mate. Issues, mate. Issues, mate.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
Get your Brits out, get your Brits out, get your Brits out.
We're on a mad one.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my God! What happened there?
That was, I'm afraid, that
That was Greg not in the room.
yeah, Greg not in the
Wow.
room.
Okay, so there's some more editing for Gregsy.
Yeah, so as I previously mentioned, I have just come back from a fantastic week on the Scottish island of Tiree with no internet, quite good sunshine. My daughter and my wife were in the sea at literally any opportunity. Pretty
And was
cold
the
up
sea?
there.
I was about to say. I was
It's
about to
cold.
say. I mean, Tiree Island. It doesn't make me think of the hot sunshine and lots
Well,
of
no, it's
warm water.
it's the sunniest and the windiest place in the UK. So it's so windy there are no trees, and it's so sunny. The flag is actually a sun on a green background.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. You lucky thing. You're making us all
So
jealous.
what's
there was a-
besides no wind and lots of sun? What else is there about this particular island?
Midges. Lots of
No,
midges.
no midges,
No
'cause of the
midges.
wind.
Wow.
We did have one night where we stayed on the shores of Loch Orr in an eco cabin, which was absolutely gorgeous. Apparently the water, I don't swim myself, but apparently the water there really was cold. As in, I mean, my wife, Tanya got out and I was sitting next to her, we were having breakfast, and she was literally chattering like someone in a cartoon. It was
Well, she's really brave because I do not go into cold water. I only ever go in the sea in the Caribbean.
The sea
and
is
stuff.
so energising, man.
No,
Particularly
I
up
can't
there.
do it.
You know,
Nah,
you've got the
I wasn't
North
born
Sea,
in this country for this cool
and you've
water
got
at
the
all.
Atlantic
Well,
Ocean.
no.
man. Beautiful.
I'm not going in it.
Beautiful.
My daughter went around South and Central America and didn't get in the water at all because it was too warm for her.
Well, there you
She
go.
doesn't jump in unless it's kind of Wim
No,
Hof
no,
cold.
no. It has to be hot for me. Warm.
No, I'm debating checking out the Hampstead Man's Pond
Yeah.
very,
Ooh.
very soon.
The man's pond,
The
Greg.
man's
What's
pond.
going on here?
Well, no, there's 3 ponds in Hampstead Heath. There's
Next,
a
men's and
women's.
female.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
actual. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, man.
And in fact, if you are into swimming, I mean, obviously you've got the Serpentine, you've got the Hampstead Ponds, and you can actually go and swim in Canary Wharf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can swim in Canary Wharf. They've got a
Interesting.
clean water area.
Oh, I
there.
was going to say.
I was
because-
about to say,
yeah.
is that
If Canary Wharf is straight off the Thames and you
Yeah,
want to
I
keep
was
your mouth
thinking, like,
closed,
yeah.
you do not want to be doing the
Yeah.
breaststroke.
especially with what we know about the water companies flushing all that. Yeah.
No, with that brand new super sewer, which costs billions, they've been building it forever. They reckon you can swim in the Thames very soon, as soon as it works.
They suck all the shit out of it, basically.
A friend's mother used to swim in the Thames every day, but unfortunately one day she literally didn't come back.
Oh,
she
yeah.
swam the same bit right down by Chiswick 8
I
every
think
day.
you mentioned this last time on the radio, didn't you?
Are we talking about swimming? Oh, it's summer. Must be
Yay.
talking about
She
swimming all
got
the time.
taken by a mermaid.
Probably.
She got taken
Probably.
by-
That's
You're
what
right.
they say in
You're
Jamaica.
right.
There's a particular bridge that you go over, and they say when cars or lorries crash off there, they've seen like mer people come up and literally drag people down.
Amazing.
This is what his brethren told me anyway. Last year.
Amazing.
What they tell the insurance company.
On the way up, we stopped in Scarborough and Whitby, and I have to say Whitby Abbey, which is where Dracula was supposed to have appeared in UK for the first time. It is absolutely gorgeous. On the way back, we stopped in Morecambe, and
Oh God!
Well,
Yeah.
the
It's like a
sand's in.
seaside town or something.
yeah, we're mad for slightly dilapidated
Yeah, but
seaside
yes.
town.
Brilliant.
Was
But
that
one
why?
of the
Stopping at
one of the
Morecambe?
really mad things about Morecambe is on the front, you know, where you can park free. There were all these vans with people living in them.
Ah,
it was
interesting,
really
yeah.
extraordinary.
Oh, so it's kind of
So
like
it's-
where's that place in America where there was a homeless people all live in camper vans and stuff? There was a film about it as well.
Oh, there was the one with Francis
yeah,
McDermott.
really brilliant film actually,
Yeah.
but it's that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, the van life
Yeah,
lifestyle.
the UK version of that.
Well, no, you'd be surprised how many people are living in vans.
Brilliant. When the Housing Association kicked me out, I know where to go.
All right, have we got?
We have Valentine Reinhardt. She's coming in about a few minutes.
All right,
There
can
you
I
go.
just play one last
There you
tune?
go.
That's the last
Indeed
one,
you can.
Piers. That's the
Yeah.
last one.
Good, well said.
Living the life. You're a trendsetter. Living the life. Got it all together. Hold the pose, turn your nose, do some fancy strutting. It's a fact you come across the track. You said you wasn't. Everybody wants to be Roger Bossy. Everybody wants to be Roger Bossy. Fun cars are where you're at. Hit the sunroof, pull way back. It's the life that suits you best. All you want is sweet success. Everybody wants to be Roger Bossy. Everybody wants to be Roger Bossy. card. You like high society and money. Everybody wants to be buzzy, buzzy. Everybody wants to be buzzy, buzzy. Foreign cars are where you're at. Hit the sunroof, pull way back. It's the life that suits you best. All you want is sweet success. Everybody wants to be buzzy, buzzy. Everybody wants to be buzzy, buzzy. Keep your body nice and fit. Like to see you chasing it. Never have to work too hard. Face is your credit card. High society and money. Keep your body nice and fit. Like to see you chasing it. Never have to work too hard. Your face is your credit card. Everybody wants to be buzzy, buzzy. 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 Everybody wants to be buzzy, buzzy.
Yeah, that is Bougie Bougie, of course, and that is John Davis and the Monster Orchestra. We're delighted to welcome our next guest into the studio, Stephen.
Hello, Valentine Reinhardt from France.
Yes.
And your show is at JM Gallery and it runs until the 3rd of June.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk about the delightful how you created them.
Thank you so much. With pleasure.
Carry on.
So, Valentine.
So this one that I have here, for example.
So my exhibition is inspired by Le Tarot de Marseille. It's a very old card game with mysterious origin. Those drawings have always been fascinating me because my mom is a Tarot de Marseille expert. She has always been in esotericism, astrology, numerologia. So, and I'm an artist, so I've always been attracted by those the symbol, the signification, the colors. I always.
Can I ask you?
We had a game called Happy Families where they had Mr. Bunn, the baker's son. Are these families?
No, this is more.
This is tarot.
This is the tarot. So I was going to ask you actually. Tarot de Marseille means
Marseille,
the Marseillan tarot. But is it different, the tarot in Marseille, to other tarot?
I think it's one of the oldest one actually, and I don't know why they call him from Marseille, because the first design appeared in Italy. I think like 600 years ago, at the 14th century. So, but the design is really interesting because there is like 22 arcana, which represents archetypal of life, and there is no negative or positive arcana, even if some are a little bit scaring and some are really attractive.
So you don't have the devil and...
There is the devil, actually. The 15 is the devil.
And the hangman?
Which one? Le pendu. Yeah. I don't know the name in English. Yeah, it's kind of scaring.
Yeah, but I agree. From what I know, it doesn't mean that it's actually negative, like you said. It might look scary, but it doesn't automatically mean... The devil doesn't mean death, for example.
I have to say, it's not my area. Your arcana include the magician, temperance, the lovers, the empress, and the world. They're your own inventions.
Sorry?
That you've invented these characters.
Not at all. They are true arcana.
Are they?
That really exist, yes. It's a contemporary transposition in photography of the original design, which look very old. So
the techniques, the materials used?
The technique is photography, so everything was shot in real, with real model, set design, style. Then it's been printed, and for my exhibition, I've been painting some part of the photography with oil painting.
Yeah.
So, and do you put that together as a collage?
Sorry?
How do you put the paint and the photograph together?
I paint directly on the printed picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right, simples.
Yeah.
So you get models to pose and then you...
Yeah, I had models, different models. The casting was really important because I wanted people who had the same energy as the arcana. For example, the nameless one, I wanted somebody really strong and serious and determined, to say in English.
Determined, yeah.
The world, which is one of the most beautiful cards. I wanted a really beautiful girl, really soft, with a mysterious look, regard. So casting was really important.
Where did you study?
I grew up in Biarritz, in the southwest of France, and I've been studying in Paris and living and working in Paris since 20 years.
So
Okay, 20 years.
And what made you come to London with this show?
My gallerist, Julie Peugeot, exactly. She have a lot of family here, and we thought it was a good theme for a first show to come here, where people don't really know very well about Tarot de Marseille, because the exhibition is moving to Marseille actually in July, and probably in Paris in September. But we've always wanted to have a show in London, and we were thinking it was a nice subject.
No, I've never heard of Tarot Marseille. I've heard of so many different tarot, but I didn't even know they had a particular one in Marseille, which is very interesting. So there will be people learning here, definitely.
Julie Peugeot was the one who you left in jail.
Yeah.
That I met. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's her, the little blonde girl with a lot of energy.
Excellent.
How's you've been there for a few days now? How's the show gone? Lots of people coming in?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are coming and love the exhibitions. A lot of people who already know about tarot are really attracted by the image, and a lot of so don't know. So it's a really dynamic area, and I really love the neighborhood. It's wonderful, Notting Hill.
Is it your first time in Notting Hill?
it's not my first time, but I came really quickly, maybe for an afternoon, and now we've rented an apartment, so we
Okay,
are
so
there
you're part of the community
for 1 week, and
Yeah.
it's really like people are really much more polite than in Paris, actually.
Wow.
I lived in Paris, so
Yeah. You lived in Paris?
yeah, back in the day, yeah, so I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
My family have a flat in Paris as well.
Have you found some favourite places on Portobello Road? A restaurant or cafe or
We
a pub
went,
even?
After the opening, we went to Le Pélican. It's like a pub,
Yeah.
really cool, with good cocktail, because I don't like beer, so regular pub are not my type usually. But then we had dinner in a different restaurant every day, and it was really good. We went to the Wild also, a restaurant, really good for the first day. Well, we're having an amazing time.
That is so
As
good.
we like to hear that.
And it's amazing to hear that someone from Paris praising our food.
Well, the food in Paris is not brilliant. In Lyon, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about French food actually.
In
so
Lyon, they do
Yeah.
proper French food.
Yeah.
There's a lot of French food in London at the moment, actually. It's all the rage.
Some of the best French food in France is actually Algerian and Moroccan food. They have really good food, like Tunisian stuff, the North African food. They have some really good places well, they used to anyway, when I was there.
We have really good Lebanese.
Lebanese, yeah.
How, if people can't make it to the show in the next couple of days, how do they find your work on the internet? Instagram?
Yeah, I have an Instagram, Valentine Reinhardt. It's a little bit difficult to spell. It's the same as Django Reinhardt, who is a famous musician.
Yeah,
and
of the Hot Club of Paris, in fact.
Yeah, and also on the Instagram of GM Gallery, 230 Portobello Road, so it's kind of easy to find. And
Great.
we're going to be there Saturday, Sunday, from 10 to 7 every day until Tuesday 3rd, June 3rd.
Beautiful. Thank you so much
Yes,
for coming
thank you for
to
telling
chat
us
to
about your art.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Beautiful.
Remember me, don't you forget me, child. We are all only here just for a little while. You remember the guy that you were dating? He broke your heart now, and then you walked away. Oh, yes he did now. Oh, yes he did. You remember when you were sick, you were crippled and you were lame. I stood by your bedside till you were on your feet again. Oh, yes I did now. Oh, yes I did. Oh, somewhere, oh, down the line, you're gonna see that this little heart of mine is so loyal, so wonderful, and so true. Oh, now, somewhere, in brighter days, you're gonna see what a big mistake that you made. I said I'm a begging you. I said I'm a begging you. I said I'm pleading, pleading, pleading. Remember me. Don't ever forget me, child. We are all only here just for a little while. Oh, yes we will. Oh, yes we will. I need a little of your love every day. I need you to sit and talk to me right now. Every second, every minute, every hour of the day. I need you to hold my little trembling hand. And I need you to just stand right by. Oh, my.
Yes, of course, the wonderful Otis Redding with Remember Me.
Yeah.
We do love a bit of Otis.
We love a bit of Otis.
You can't go wrong with that.
I didn't know that one actually.
Ah,
I thought I knew pretty much all the history.
You think you know everything, Piers,
do
but
think
you
I know
don't, my
everything.
friend. You don't. Oh, we got a new presenter in the house.
Well, I thought I might as well. We've got the most amazing Ione on the desk, so I thought I could take a little sabbatical for 2 seconds.
So we got a new
Thank
tech guy
you.
in the house.
And join you guys at the table, the big table. I like being at the big table.
Oh, I liked having you at the big table last week.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
By Valentine, yeah.
Yes, please. Here we go. Wicked. Take care.
That was us having a picture taken. of
Wicked.
it.
Valentine in the house. Poor lamb wasn't even aware that she was going to be involved in an interview.
That's how it happens on Portobello Radio.
In it. I love it.
I think,
Absolutely
was
love
it last week
Spontaneous
that we made
is
this
our
comment
middle
about
name.
anyone could just come off the street and we would just they'd be on the radio?
And they jolly well
And
do.
It happens. It's a live example.
There you go.
In
One of
whi-
many.
In which case, we should probably apologise for the fact that the last two shows, episodes 496 and 497,
Didn't involve you. Sorry.
haven't. Well, I was here for 496.
Yeah, you were. You're right. Haven't been published on Mixcloud yet.
Yeah, but they will be put up over the weekend, so you
Absolutely.
can catch up and collect the set.
I'm really looking forward to that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So, time for our legendary What's On section.
Oh, for real? Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's the last Friday of the month, so of course it is time for the reggae down at the Maxilla Social Club.
Wow, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, man, that's the One Love sound system down there once a month at the Maxilla Social Club underneath the flyover down at Latimer Road. It's brilliant. It's absolutely superb. Fantastic noise in there. Really fantastic noise.
And they in fact have they've got a new reggae night down in Fulham Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
Which I saw on the KNC Entertainment Events and Community Activities.
Sounds dangerous.
Which is a great little WhatsApp group that you might want to get involved in.
Okay.
We also have tomorrow at the Brentford Stadium, the G-Tech Community Stadium, we have the Unity Cup Finals Day show
nice.
I know.
and cultural festival.
I missed the 27th. Trinidad played Jamaica. We were talking about it. Went to get tickets. They were all sold out.
There you go. Popular match, man.
I
Popular
know,
match.
and I was ready to go down there in my colours to represent for TNT. I don't even know what happened.
Indeed.
But, well, Trinidad lost, and they are on again tomorrow at 12:30 at Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got Saturdays are out for me, so I'm going to miss out again.
They're playing Ghana.
That will be a good one too.
Nigeria beat Ghana, and they get to play Jamaica in the final. But it is Ghana versus Trinidad for the 3rd and 4th place playoff.
Wow.
Have we got any more events that anyone's on top of?
On Sunday at Cheshunt's Community Centre, I believe it's called, Cheshunt's, in Tottenham, we have got the African Liberation Day tour, the last day of the tour. And that's kicking off in the afternoon. I'm trying to actually find the flyer. But it's one of the 4 city tours. They had it it started in Bristol, they had it in Birmingham, Manchester, and it ends on Sunday in London. So I will find the information and put it on then. Of course, the Eclectic Goddess is on for Ferrity Radio between 4 and 6 on Saturday, bringing you probably not engaging conversation, but definitely eclectic music and a Pan-African perspective. So you can tune in there.
Absolutely fantastic. One of the other big events that's happened actually in the last week, which was flagged up by our very own Aidan McManus, is that 3 of the houses in Lancaster Road have got so fed up with the Instagram tourists and influencers turning up with their changes of clothes
doorstepping that goes on around there, man.
That they've actually painted their houses back to black, as Amy would have said.
Yeah.
Or at least a very dark charcoal.
I don't blame them. I mean, even
I
the housing
don't either.
associations
It's
jumped
irritating,
on.
isn't it?
Well, even the housing association jumped on that bandwagon, and some of the housing association buildings down on Lancaster Road have been coloured up in bright colours as well. So, some people love it, some people hate it. It brings in tourism, lest us not forget.
I know,
so
but do they?
It's good
what
from that
money?
perspective.
What money do those people actually spend right here that comes into the community. I mean,
Well, they might check out a bar for a couple of hours. They might check out a pub.
A
you
bar
know, a little
who
bit.
might not be owned by local people.
You know, I'm sure people just don't turn up and take the picture and then jump back straight on the tube again. Anyway, so yeah, you either love them or hate them. There's many different arguments to the whole tourist thing, and indeed to the whole let's get our Instagram done on Lancaster
It's not
Road.
even the tourist thing, though. To be honest, it's the actual standing and taking photos in front of people's houses. That's the thing. It's one thing just doing it in the street but you're actually going up to. I don't know. It's a little bit intrusive, really.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Absolutely. Also on tomorrow, Saturday, 31st of May, there is a kind of weird discount sale going on at the other Tabernacle, the Tabernacle Christian Centre.
Oh, nice. The one on Latimer Road.
The one in Latimer Road.
Yeah, okay.
So that has been posted by our old friend Billy Barker.
Oh, bonkers Billy. Excellent.
Of course, the big event happening in the next 10 days is the Exhibition Road Festival, and that is happening at Exhibition Road.
Yeah, man. Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. The first day will be hosted by Greg, Deb,
And
Diva
Zakia,
Debs,
yeah.
and by Zakia.
Yeah, man.
And the second day will be graced by myself, Greg, and Debs.
Yeah.
And there is a fantastic lineup of acts.
Excellent.
You can find that just by going to Great Exhibition Road Festival on the internet, and it will pop up.
Amazing.
The other thing, of course, that is happening tomorrow at 3 o'clock down there at the Chelsea Library.
Yeah.
Is Charlie Phillips.
Hey.
He has made it into the posh bit of the borough.
He was rather enjoying the idea of that. to tell you the
Yeah,
truth.
he actually got an extra date put on. It was sold out immediately, and
Yeah.
so they had to put on an extra date.
They
So they did it
extended
on
his,
Tuesday, I
exhibition.
think.
Yeah, man.
Then
Yeah.
it's happening again on Saturday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It is possible that I'm doing the interview with him, but...
No, it's not. Grace is doing it.
Grace is going to do a little one, yeah, but I'm not too sure about the Q&A thing. Anyway.
Oh,
whatever,
right, okay.
whatever.
Okay,
I mean-
no, I thought she was actually doing the interview because I had a bunch of questions prepared.
Oh, well.
I thought Piers had been bumped out.
Well, I have to say that I don't think I'll be doing another interview with Charlie in North Ken for a while, because I've done it quite a few times. But I did think I might do it with him down there in South Ken. Or
Yeah, but
Chelsea,
they might
as
not
we
want
used to
you.
Yeah, true.
Crusty old man. They might want a pretty young woman instead. So,
Well,
Just to add, the address for the event on Sunday, the big event, is Tottenham Community Sports Centre, the one on Tottenham High Road, which is just before Tottenham Hotspurs. It's on the left-hand side, and it's
Amazing.
it's the African Liberation Day, final day of the tour.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, quite a rocking good weekend.
It is. I'm
actually.
looking forward to this
Beginning,
event on the Sunday.
Last weekend in May, the last weekend of spring, nearly, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, officially summer starts on Sunday, doesn't it? On the 1st of June.
Amazing.
It does indeed. Right, play a tune now.
I will.
Wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style.
Someday, make up my heart, break up wherever you're going. I'm going that way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a crazy world to see. We're all chasing after our same, chasing after our river, wider than a mile, crossing in style someday. something, my friend. Moon, river, and me.
That was, of course, Frank Ocean with Moon River, his version.
His version.
Do
We've
love
got a
it.
few other events happening in the next week or so. Every Wednesday down there at the what used to be the Met Bar, I forgot what it's called now.
The Quiet Night Inn.
Portobello Live is on. They have a lineup of live acts hosted by Mickey P. I think it's the Cosmic Troubadour and no doubt the Cosmic Girl next Wednesday. So
Oh, interesting. That'd be good.
that should be pretty good. And
Yeah.
next Thursday at the Paddington Railway Club, we have the Ruffler Club playing.
Oh, wow.
Helen Shadow, Ricky Lee Braum, Mostar Diving Club, who's played here at the Tavistock Festival.
Yeah.
Kirsten Morrison, you've heard her on Bright Side of the Road.
Certainly have.
Jeff Hills, Annabelle Mullion. Claudia Rosier will not be playing, but Hugo Martin will be.
Oh, Hugo Martin's great. He's one of my faves.
Yeah. Next Friday on Portobello Radio, you'll be able to hear the ex-firefighter, Stephen Aslin, who is about to embark on a 30,000-mile cycling challenge.
Oh, brilliant.
On the 8th anniversary of the Grenfell Tower fire.
Good
He's
stuff.
an ex-firefighter. He is trying to round up a bit of sponsorship money, I think.
Good.
And so he will be in on this show next Friday.
Next Friday. Looking forward to that one and finding out exactly what the mission is.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also have a day on Little Wormwood Scrubs tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Free nature activities in the park. Tomorrow there is a butterfly walk at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Expert Andrew Wood will take everyone on a hunt for butterflies.
Sounds crazy. I love it. Bit of lepidoptery, darling. Bit of lepidoptery.
Yeah.
Oh, you know a big word then, Greg.
I know several big words,
Oh,
but
wow,
most of
that
them
was a
aren't
big
repeatable.
word.
Yes.
Behave yourself.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So a fun-packed weekend out here in
I've got
westest
one
of
more
bestest
actually
London.
for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Our old mate Tommy
Kennedy?
Tommy Kennedy
Wow.
seems to be promoting acts nowadays down there at the Stuart Arms.
Stuart Arms is that one on the pedestrian precinct on
Yeah.
the corner of the Shepherd's Bush roundabout.
Either the first pub or the last pub on Latimer Road, depending on your point of view.
Yes, indeed. Just off St Anne's Road, the first turning left off St Anne's Road. If you go down there, park up and enter the pedestrian precinct there, you will see it on your left-hand side as you walk towards the roundabout. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Great boozer. I'm dying to check it out.
And Joseph Dean Osgood is on there. He's the one who looks almost exactly like Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
And in fact,
Oh, poor thing.
Sounds like he sounds like Rod Stewart.
Bless. Drives some pretty cool cars, I must confess.
Yeah, he's got
I
a
do
really
enjoy his
cracking
taste
car.
in vehicles. Yeah, man.
I'm confused by what you just stuck in front of me, Isis.
Just talking about our guest coming in next week.
Oh, Kamitan.
Kemington Arts. Princess Manuela is going to pop in, which is going to be fantastic fun. You might have remembered her if you've been in contact with Portobello Radio for years. Then in 2022, we did a Sounds of Latimer festival down there in Latimer, and Kemington Arts were involved bigly in that one. It was great, absolutely great. A little bit of Egyptian, a little bit of London, a little bit of everywhere. Loved it, absolutely loved it. So yeah, tune in next Friday for Princess Emanuela.
Because the Westway Arts Network, which was actually started by yours truly, is back up and running and is going to have some event hosted by Princess Emanuela, probably at Bay 20. Or at Acres. Talking of Acres, I'm not sure whether the Westway Trust realised that Straker's up there on Goulburn Road, the restaurant opened by Tom Straker, which burnt down apparently. 3 weeks ago. I didn't know that.
I didn't know there was a restaurant that burned down on Colborne Road.
Well, they burned down. The Chiltern Firehouse burnt down.
Crikey.
Last couple of months
It's all
ago.
happening, isn't it?
Well,
But no, he's opened over the road a restaurant called Acres.
oh, nice.
So
that'll be confusing.
That'll be confusing.
That will
I
definitely
think they
be
may
confusing.
be serving slightly different clientele, so
Perhaps.
hopefully no one will get too confused.
Oh. And also, while we're on, I suppose, a little bit of a downer because of the restaurant burning down, I might mention the loss of a very dear mate of this very gallery and a very dear friend of loads of people, a great contributor to Portobello Film Festival, a great contributor to British television. The loss of dear Alan Yentob last weekend. Massive love out to your family, Isabella and Jacob, I hope, and Mum, of course. I hope that you guys are all dealing with the loss of dear Alan in only the ways that you can. I hope that you guys are keeping well.
Yeah, he was on this show with Mark Wardell when they were talking about Mark's book, which
Yes.
is about Alan's documentary called Cracked Actor, which is
A documentary on David Bowie.
The David Bowie. Remember, I called him Bowie in the interview, and Alan corrected
And Alan
me.
corrected you.
It's
There you
David Bowie.
go. I love it.
And
Brilliant.
they, that Cracked Actor was the kind of template for The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yeah.
Because Bowie in it looked so coked up. All he did was drink milk and smoke cigarettes. And Nicholas Roeg saw that and thought, right, there's a film in that.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
became the Thin White Duke.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Which also looked very much like somebody smoking cigarettes and taking loads of coke and
Indeed.
maybe drinking milk.
So one of many fantastic documentaries that Alan Yentob created with his time at the BBC. And we're going to miss him
I think
massively.
the BBC was so much better back then.
Well, yeah, there you go.
So much better back
There you
then.
go. There you go.
It's interesting about the BBC, isn't it? Because half the world is complaining that it's pro-Israeli, and the other half of the world is complaining that it's pro-Palestine.
No, it's frickin' pro-is, as frickin' Zionist it can be. If you look into it and you look at who's running it, it's being run by Zios. Come on. It's just one of those things.
Right.
I don't agree.
Yeah? Well, I will
absolutely
bring
don't
you some
agree.
information and share some with you. Will conclusively show that it's being run by a Zio.
Bless.
Okay, I
Bless.
think we should put it on the radio. Without being so secretive, because I don't know what you're talking about. I need to die you.
This is Madame Zarvis off mic,
Madame
so nobody
Zarvis.
out there in Radio Land.
Madam
has a clue what
Zarvis,
they're on about.
Zio is just a shortened form of Zionist. That's all I was saying.
For people who are too busy to say both syllables.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll share it with you, madam. I'll share it with you. It's not something we want to bother putting on
Um,
more information about
I've
today.
actually
but
found,
I'll
I
share
found
information
some
with you.
more stuff going on. Every Monday night, the hilarious Carmen Dioxide is hosting a games night at Queen's Coffee on Latimer Road.
Sounds cool.
I didn't know there was a Queen's Coffee on Latimer Road, but anyway.
Are you on your neighbourhood snitch thing again?
No, I'm not. I haven't. Even I. Well, actually, I do occasionally get on neighbourhood snitch.
Can I just say something? Is this on?
Yes.
Everyone's afraid to turn my mic on. Have you mentioned the exhibition here?
Yes.
Oh. I guess I came late.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I like.
you're a
I
late
much
comer.
prefer Miss Piggy and.
You're a late comer.
Well, we have mentioned it, but go on, Madame Zarvis, give us your lowdown.
What's
what do
your
you
critical appraisal
think
of the
Camilla
exhibition?
Henny's wonderful
She did
creations?
the other stuff like this. the
She
pottery.
did? She's-
Yes, I
she's been
remind.
here a few
yeah,
times.
she's Irish, right?
Yes, beautiful.
And
I love me a skull, a skeleton.
I don't know. I just think the women have enough problem looking beautiful to have that. You know, she should just be like a mummy dressed with a, you know.
What are we talking about for people who can't see
and,
what you're
I mean,
doing?
I don't.
Just
Okay, there's lipstick, there's nail varnish.
So we have a
there's
table which is a potpourri
porcelain
of
knickers,
stuff.
a spilt cup somebody's been taking.
Everything made out of
pills,
porcelain, and we got crisp packets, we got old cigarettes, we've
and
got
it's Tato, the Irish crisp.
oh Tato's, yeah, absolutely. A skull wearing a crown. You got lipstick. You've got an old pan.
Candlestick.
You've got everything.
It's actually really cool.
Well, I'm sorry. I really think it isn't beautiful. It's quite
Maybe-
frightening. I look like I think I just.
I think it's
would
so
lo-
cool.
I
It's
love
super
the red,
cool.
the little gold tooth.
Yes. Have you thought of
But,
getting one?
You know,
that would create an
with
interesting
a bit more
vibe.
fantasy, I would have loved it rather than reality, right?
But
My
then there's
dressing
what
table-
about the beautiful three-tiered skull wedding cake? I think
Well,
that's gorgeous.
I don't like wedding cakes on whole.
I don't like them either, but if I was going to ever have one, I never had one.
Yeah, you can't cut it. You can have it forever. You can freeze it, like people freeze
Yeah.
little bits of their wedding cake and pull it out 20
and the
years
pièce
later.
de résistance in this exhibition is an amazing pig.
Miss Piggy.
Wearing high heels
No,
on
I
a
have to say that's the
presentation
one
platter.
thing I don't
we
like.
love
And
Miss
it's-
Piggy. We love Miss Piggy from the Muppets, and I think that's not a fair.
I'm not really into that one. I
No.
love the house with the skull sitting at the front on the doorstep and the candelabra in the background. I think that is beautiful.
Is that slightly Tibetan?
So
I don't know about Tibetan. I
Yeah.
think it's slightly
Yeah, it's Tibetan.
fantasy, sort of like Disney or fantasy kind of, horror type of kind of cartoon.
So basically, again, it's if you describe the piece itself,
It is a Tibetan kind of.
it's a
of
cabinet.
black cabinet.
It's
They
like a
have
little-
them in
it's like a
India
little
a
cabinet.
lot.
It's like almost
And
like a
it's-
little Disney villain's house.
It's got a
Yeah,
and
with
it's
a
got
little
chandelier
skeleton.
inside.
I don't know
a
about
doll's
Tibetan.
house.
I
It
don't
is
know
a bit like
about
a doll's
Disney. I mean, it's
Anyway.
definitely a shelter of the icon
I
of
think
Buddha.
Madam
But do you
Zarvis and I
know-
make
do you
a
know
great.
that Alexander the Great's
Yes.
school of sculpture, which was between
Oh, I thought you were talking
Afghanistan.
about Alexander the Great. No, Alexander the Great. Sorry.
Yeah. They
The
put the
original one.
first Greek sculpture school between Afghanistan and Pakistan, I think that is. And they up until this point, apparently, there hadn't been an image as a statue of the Buddha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, until they created one.
So they say.
He was an idea, and then he became a statue.
So they say.
Interesting.
I don't trust. I don't trust the Greeks.
If you guys want to know more about the most amazing exhibition down here at 269 Portobello Road, then you guys get down here and
Yeah, it is
and check
fab.
it out in
Absolutely
the flesh
fab.
because it is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Shall we have some
it
music?
is fabulous, I must admit.
think Camilla is going to be in. I couldn't quite work out what Gosh was saying, but either next Friday or the Friday after.
Wow, so we might actually get her on Portobello Radio one more time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
One last event, Sunday, June the 1st, somewhere on Ladbroke Grove, between 2:15 and 3:30. Local campaigners and the Stop Shopping Choir will have a 45-minute flash mob event fighting for climate justice and supporting the campaign against Project Flourish.
Oh, good.
Oh, excellent! Because we don't want that.
Project
horrible
Flourish, of
thing.
course,
Oh,
being the
that-
absurd
yes,
thing they want
yes,
to build up
yes.
at Sainsbury's / the Gasworks.
The horror
mob.
show that they want to put up there.
Is that a hot spot mob? Is the police going to be there as well?
No, what the police?
I don't know. The police are on
A
Facebook.
flash get together.
Oh,
Okay.
flash
Sounds
mob. No,
dangerous.
that's something different.
Flash mob.
That's different.
Let's
Shall
play
we go?
some tune. Yay!
My skin is black. My arms are long. at you. My mouth like wine. Those little girls are mine. Anyone who has money to buy, what do they call me? My name is Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing. I say my name is Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing. My name is Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing. My skin is brown. My manner is tough. I'll kill the first fool I see. Oh, my life has been rough. I'm awfully bitter these days, because my parents were slaves. What do they call me? My name is Peaches. I say my name is Peaches. My name is Peaches.
Wow, what a tune, what a tune, what a tune.
What a tune, what a tune, what a very good tune.
What a mighty fun tune that was.
Indeedy.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Is everything really loud, or am I imagining it?
You're imagining it because you're
Okay.
just tripping, you are. Tripping.
Funny enough,
We have a cracking lineup for you this weekend on Portobello Radio.
Certainly do.
This show will be repeated tomorrow. That is Saturday at midday.
Yeah,
so if
man.
you missed any of it,
it's on.
if you want to tell your friends how great it is, it's midday on Saturday and the earlier time on Sunday of 8 a.m.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sunday morning is Talk Radio, isn't it, Greg?
It certainly is. Apart from our show kicking off at 8 a.m.
Well, that's Talk Radio. We talk.
Yeah, man, not at all. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We have Dick O'Dell's faves at the moment is what he's running.
All-time faves. He's on number 9. We're 84 to 86.
Yeah.
We recorded it here in the Muse on Wednesday. It was a bit frightening, wasn't it, Greg? Because as we keep saying, don't bring a rucksack in here. It's incredibly
Yes.
delicate. There's
Yeah.
expensive artwork that could tumble to the ground in a millisecond.
Absolutely.
And it would break.
And it would break, absolutely. And during
So
Dick's
what
show...
Dick thought the best thing to do was get a dozen kids in here.
Yeah, because he needed a big voiceover thing. So he did. He
Oh, dear Lord.
invited the local school and,
and big shout out to Nova Youth Voice.
There you
They
go.
come from Nova, who are underneath the Westway. They were out there doing not quite a Grove Roots, but they were doing a film, 2 or 3 mentors, and then a whole load of young people, 10 or 12 young people. I think they were making a film about environmental issues.
Ah, cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, Dick O'Dell plays us 20 of his favourite tracks of all time, spanning 1984 to 1985, I think it is, the end of 85. No, maybe a bit later than that, actually.
It's
because
86.
It's
It goes
86.
into early 86. For some reason, he
Exactly.
didn't pick many from 1985.
Ah, but it was a brilliant show. Catch up with that one at 10
And
a.m.
then at
on
midday,
Sunday morning.
we got Flipside.
Flipside
That's
London
Aidan
Radio.
McManus.
Yeah, man, with John Boogie Tabiri and the most amazing Rodent, both of which are fantastic hangers out with the Sex Pistols. John Boogie did a bit of managing, and Rodent was one of the sound guys. So yeah, man, it's a proper interesting show, really, really good fun. So catch up with that one at midday on Sunday. It's going to be great. Both Saturday and Sunday, we have the most incredible Saturday sessions and Sunday rewind. Georgie Lapita at 2 p.m, otherwise known as 1400 hours. He's going to be kicking off with one of her hydration hours. And then we have MLM DJ Dragona. So this is something to do with Mono Loco's mixtape.
This is Monoloco mixtape.
Yeah.
DJ Dragona is a Colombian woman who lives here in London.
Uh-huh.
She, I haven't heard the mix yet. She sounds really funky. So
brilliant.
tune in.
Yeah, man.
And be
that-
the first to know how great DJ Dracona is.
Yeah, man. 3 o'clock on Saturday, 3 o'clock on Sunday. That one is. Foreign Office, they've got Chief Commander Yabba Ba 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 Ba. So lots of brilliant African and trans-global tunes in that particular set at 4 o'clock, 1600 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Dirt Bike Dub with Edie Ashley. Yay! It is a smasher, absolute smasher. We recorded this one up a couple of weeks ago, and she's on fire at the moment, that one. She's absolutely on fire. Invited out to Ibiza recently, and I think she's planning to go for a quick tour with one of her bezies in Japan, because where Bezzy has been asked to DJ a few gigs out in Japan. So yeah, man, yeah. She is on fire. She's really, really cool, and she's done us a couple of sets. This is the first of 2. So tune in at 1700 hours for Dirt Bike Dub.
She did the Dub Club. What's the Dub Club in South London?
Deptford, yes. Deptford
Dub Club. She did that the other day.
Yeah, well done. Brilliant.
With our own Tessa Basie.
Yay, we love Tessa, bless her. Absolutely brilliant. Tessa from the Slits, that is. Moralito is on at 6 o'clock, otherwise known as 1800 hours. He's another one of the Monoloco mixtape crew, and so look out for some more fantastic Latin sounds. It's going to be great, absolutely great. It's his second show, I think, on Portobello. A third show on Portobello Radio. There you go, I was corrected. Lovely. Disco 45 with Jason Nixon is going to be popping along at 1900 hours, 7 o'clock. So it's going to be a fantastic lineup. It's going to be really, really cool, and hopefully you guys will not need to touch that dial, as they used to say. Yes. Rip the knob off.
But
yes,
if you want to stay in and binge something, I have to recommend The Godfather of Harlem, with the amazing Forrest Whitaker, who I have to say
he's cool.
Looks so young. I'm
really?
like, I can't believe how he hasn't aged.
Yeah.
But that series is amazing.
Is that new?
No, I had to binge the whole and get up to season 4 like in a matter of a week and a bit. It's so fantastic. Set in Harlem in the 1960s, around the civil rights movement. I mean, it is off the scale brilliant. I have to say. I mean, it's obviously gangsterism in it, because it's all the Italian mob and the African American mob or whatever, or black.
Well,
mob,
you're talking Harlem. Harlem's
back
gorgeous.
in the day. Yeah.
All those brown houses.
Well,
you take a taxi from New York City right through Harlem to Spanish Harlem, and then to the Cloisters at the end, 2037th. New York, New York.
I walked from Washington Arch to 177th Street once. Because that's Malcolm X Boulevard now, isn't it, up there? So, yeah.
That wasn't far enough. Spanish Harlem, you get out, and all you get is pointed shoes and gorgeous guys.
What, still?
Well, I hope so. having stands of,
those
frilly
brownstones
dresses.
are gorgeous, I
must
must
go.
But apparently they're very expensive
Spanish
now.
Harlem.
I'm afraid you're going to find that even New York has suffered a bit of gentrification.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Anyway, check out Godfather of Harlem. If you want to binge something, that is worth binging.
There you go.
Now you describe it, I have a funny feeling I may have seen it. But
they cartoonized him.
if I read a book or see a TV series, I literally forget what happened the minute.
It'll happen when it gets to your age. It happens to us all, Piers.
Oh, B12, Piers.
My
B12.
wife thinks it's too much pot smoking, but anyway.
Yeah, probably a bit both.
Yeah.
And also, Madam's office is right. Get your B12
listen,
in
I've
you.
got a few brain tips.
Well, you'll have to be quick.
Brain tips.
Yeah, I think
for memory,
we've only got a couple of minutes.
spit them out. B12.
B12 under the tongue. You've got to get the sublingual ones, which are really good. And then you have to take choline and lysine, which improves the synapse of the brain. If you drink a lot of coffee, then you have to have choline. So there are
Is that
two.
right? I drink
literally.
shit.
No,
I drink loads of coffee.
It helps repair the nerve ends for the people that drink too much coffee. I have taken it for years.
Choline.
And I can choline, but you can't take it alone, and lysine, but you have to find it together, and it's usually in a sunflower lecithin base in a capsule, or it's in soya lecithin base.
Okay.
I don't want to recommend product. You have to come to my shop, and I'll talk to you about that.
Because there's nothing cheaper than
and
£50.
ginseng, and Siberian ginseng, but you have to do the other thing that does the healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Thank you.
All right.
That is Madam's office. She lets you into her shop, which is
because she doesn't always let you in. That's another
very
thing.
Rarely.
That's
very,
another
very
thing.
rarely. But there you go.
You might turn up and not be allowed to come in.
Oh, all the time. All the time. Try and ignore that and push through it, because she's actually a brilliant person, a
Yeah, she
wonderful
knows a lot.
character, and knows loads. So, no, she's fabulous, but you do have to get beyond
I
charge nothing less than £45.
Well, no.
Actually, 50.
I am giving away small packets of horsetail herb for tea, because you should try it.
Oh,
Okay, well,
wonderful.
I'm coming in.
Yeah, free
Yeah.
packets for anybody that says, I heard you on Portobello Radio. Let me in.
Fantastic.
Oh, come on.
Let me
what,
in.
you're
What a
gonna
great
let them in?
idea.
Oh, wow.
What a great idea.
Yeah, but only on horsetail tea.
Brilliant. Love
I'm going
it.
to tell you, challenge. I'm waiting for them. I'm nearly sold out.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. I love it. Excellent. If I drink enough of it, will I turn into a stallion?
Oh, you might.
Oh, come on.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Wicked. Absolutely wicked. There you go. I'm
I'm
popping
ve-
around your shop later.
I'm
definitely.
very disappointed we haven't had time to ask you, Greg, why you're now using military time, the 24-hour clock. But
I always have. I'm European, darling. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I think it's weird.
Really? I think you're American.
No.
What we can tell you is that
Prejudice.
the silent walk will be happening on the 14th of June at
Yes.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
There's a pretty amazing piece by Ishmael Bladgrove on Facebook
please.
at the moment about the origins of the walk.
Yes, Ishmael's version.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
Ishmael's
version, yeah. But anyway,
And,
he does write well.
Yeah. He's been writing some beautiful stuff. Thank you for listening. This has been Portobello
We
Radio.
love you out there. We love you to stay safe.
Yes, indeed. Very, very wise words. I love it. Absolutely love it. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you hear me sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song. Redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you hear me say these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song. Redemption songs. It's all I ever had. Redemption song.
ndakasvikana niko kwamurehwa ndakasvikana niko kawedza ndakagarana niko chimwenga ndakarwauna niko chimwenga ndakarwauna joji pagutu ndakasvikana niko pagutu ndakasvikana joji chimwenga ndakarwauna niko chimwenga ndakarwauna joji.
You're listening to the sweet sounds of Portobello Radio.